This is the Tier 10 German monstrosity, the Mouse, weighing in at over 188 tons. This thing was so freaking heavy. In World War II, it was conceived that it would actually break any bridge it drove over, so they would literally have to drive this through the water and put a snorkel on it. Yeah, that seems like a terrible idea. I'm just gonna say 188 tons trying to climb uphill underwater. Yeah, that really sounds like a terrible idea. But that was Germany's idea to winning the war. Now, in World of Tanks Blitz, the Mouse is actually a pretty strong tank. It's got huge hit points, and it's got a lot of armor. And with that, you're able to trade a lot of shells, especially because it does have a pretty beefy alpha of 460. But what if this wasn't always the largest vehicle in the game? What if the Japanese Heavies came into the game? Now, before I even get into this, I do want to point out that this is just a remodeled E100. So there's no modding. I'm not breaking or cheating the game. All I've done is I've put the Type 5 Heavy skin from World of Tanks PC over on World of Tanks Blitz. So it's nothing breaking the game. But oh mama, is this one beast of a heavy tank. It is a tank that I've actually been wanting to be in World of Tanks Blitz for quite a long time. Sadly, Wargaming said that they'd never add it because it's too big, but you never know. Sometimes they say stuff, and then they end up bringing things into the game anyway. Like, I'm very tempted to see the Stritzwang coming into World of Tanks Blitz now that they've added the dynamic suspension, but that's something we'll have to wait for. The Type 5 Heavy, though, it's huge. It's freaking ginormous. Like, you see it compared to the Mouse, and it's quite a bit larger. Even sideways, it's quite a bit larger than the Mouse, which is quite an impressive feat when you do think about it. But what's ironic is that this vehicle actually weighs less than the Mouse. You might be wondering, well, does that mean it has no armor? Well, yeah, this thing has a lot of armor. It has a huge amount of armor. The lower plate is 271 millimeters thick, which is pretty dang impressive. Now, you're seeing this from World of Tanks PC. Not only that, it carries 10 degrees gun depression. Using full angling and gun depression, that upper plate, you can get to about 300 millimeters thick. The side plate, 280. Like, this thing is a chonky beast, but it does have weak spots. Like, when you load premium on this vehicle, yeah, that upper plate, very weak. The lower plate's quite weak. If you try angling, you can pen through the side. So, yeah, it does have good armor, but at the same time, it can be very, very easily penetrated, especially with that cupola sitting right there. Very, very easy to shoot. But one thing that is quite deadly about this vehicle is the 400 damage. Oh, wait, we're looking at the wrong gun. Type 5 Heavy has a much, much higher alpha than that. We can actually check if we just swap. Yes, 600 damage per shot. So that means in World of Tanks PC, you could probably give this tank a gun that dealt about 500 damage or maybe 560, kind of like the Kampfpanzer. And I love the concept of a vehicle like this coming into the game. It's huge, it's fun, and because of that, it's a vehicle that I really like to see. And we're going to be using a replay as well. I did play my E100, but I figured, you know what, we'll do a replay anyway. Here we are, E100 Desert Sands. So we actually have two E100s on our team, which is quite funny. So you're going to see, just look at the actual size of this vehicle. It's literally insane. The, like, pure monstrosity of the Type 5 Heavy compared to a T110E5. Not only that, but I really wanted to pick this replay in particular because, well, we got a Mouse next to me. And you can see just how much larger the Type 5 Heavy is than the Mouse, the biggest and heaviest vehicle in the game. Like, it literally makes the Mouse look dwarfed and small. It's so much larger. And that's why this is a tank I've always wanted in the game, because it's big, it's got huge alpha, and a massive crap ton of armor. But it's not as armored as I would say the Mouse, but oh mama, this is a tank I've always wanted to see come into the game. Now, this mod is actually pretty good, I'm not going to lie. They did a very, very good job on this. There's a nice tap into the IS-7 for 680, but oh my god, is this thing so big. I wonder if I try to side scrape here, if I'm going to glitch into the walls. I know that the E100 is very wide, so on that aspect, it probably would be able to... I think it would... Oh, gee, I just wonder if it's going to, like, glitch into the wall. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I know the E100's just about as wide as the Type 5 Heavy, but is it as long? Definitely not. Judging that this vehicle's longer than a Mouse, yeah, definitely not on that aspect. There's the Type 5 Heavy again. I wonder what happens when I aim at it. That's something I'd like to do. Come on, aim at the Type 5 Heavy. No! Well, either way, pretty nice shot into the IS-7. With that, we're at 1,800 damage. This tank has, of course, got that huge alpha, but it is an E100, so that makes sense. This is the reason why I like the E100. The E100 is pretty much as close as you're going to get to a Type 5 Heavy. It's got that big, beefy alpha, 640 damage per shot. decent penetration, which is, of course, pretty dang solid. I was waiting so long to get an HE on the side of that Leopard, and I was like, no! But, well, we're gonna see some fair and balanced shooting mechanics here. We got the Leopard, and he pokes it, and, well, yeah, there you go, folks. 800 damage, Max rolled him in the side, and, I don't really know what to say about that. That was just fun. But hey, we're doing pretty solid here. Again, just the pure monstrosity of this tank is actually insane. I wanted to get a shot into that Leopard, but sadly, I'm not going to be getting that shot off anytime soon. My teammate in the mouse is hopefully going to tap into the pattern here. He could eye roll him and finish him off, but yeah, my luck, yeah, he did eye roll him, but did not end up finishing him off. But because this vehicle weighs a huge amount, the E100, I'm just going to go la-da-da-da, boop, and you're dead. Then we've got the Vickers Light Lift and the Progetto 65. Are we going to be able to penetrate a shell onto the Progetto? Well, you can see I'm going to swap straight to the high explosive ammunition. I'm ready for the shot. I'm ready, and oh no, it went onto the upper plate instead of the side. Now sure, we're still doing pretty dang solid here. We're at 3,800 damage, which is a pretty respectable number when you do think about it here. And again, I'm going to try and load another HE, but this time, yeah, he didn't enjoy that HE all too much. Now the Vickers, I was pretty confident that the Vickers was going to be crossing over to the medium side. You can see that I'm already heading over towards there. So, yeah, there's the Vickers spotted, and I'm going straight underneath. So, yeah, here we go. Are we going to be able to get the shot into the Vickers? Make your bets in the comments down below. I doubt that any of you are going to actually make your bet, so I'm just going to say, yes, I do. I hit the shot on the Vickers. Here we go, aiming, and yeet! Perfect lead, and straight into the Vickers Light. There you have it. 4,500 damage dealt in the Type 5 Type 5 Heavy. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to show in today's video. What the Type 5 Heavy would look like if it was in World of Tanks Blitz. This is something I would be very thrilled and excited to see coming into the game. If they could just maybe scale them down a little bit on size, maybe to the same size as the mouse, I think that'd be better. Just because, like, it's literally almost too big. It takes up too much space, should I say. Where the mouse, you can see it just barely fits in here. Yeah, this tank literally does not fit. It literally glitches. So, my guess is make the tanks about 10% smaller, just so they're about a teeny bit larger than the mouse, I'd say. Because the weird thing, and the thing that a lot of people actually don't know, is that, alright, this is the tier 10, right? And then if you make your way to the tier 9, it doesn't lose any size at all. You can see that right there. Literally lost no size. In fact, as well, the tier 9's got fantastic frontal armor. You make your way to the tier 8, and well, it barely loses any size. You make your way to the tier 7, the Oni, and it actually gets more, like, oh my god, that thing's got huge armor too. I always forget how much armor these things have. But, so yeah, the Oni, the tier 7, is also about the same size. We go to the tier 6, the OI, and it still barely loses any size. And then we go to the OI Experimental, and it's the same size. Now, to put a size comparison here, let's go to a Churchill. And you ready? This is the, and we can even, I'm not going to get the HD, that's going to be effort. This is the OI Experimental, and that's the Churchill. Like, it's actually insane how large these vehicles are. And they've actually got really strong armor. Well, this one doesn't. This one, the OI Experimental, has no armor. But, yeah, the tier 6 has pretty good armor. Not to mention it carries a 900 damage shot. Oh my god, wow. Yeah, that's what a Churchill looks like. Premium can pen it, though. Oof. Yeah, not the best armor there. But this is a line that I'd be very happy seeing come into Blitz. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.